Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here to answer the questions to the Q&A. So thank you guys for all y'all's questions. I truly appreciate it. So with that being said though, y'all, let's go and get started. So the first three questions are going to be from Andrew Mavadat. Thank you, Andrew, for your questions. I really appreciate it, bro. So his first question is top 5 Megadeth songs. And the songs would be Trust, Foreclosure of a Dream, Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, 44 Minutes, and In My Darkest Hour. Megadeth is a really great band, but those would be some of my favorite songs from them. So yeah, top 5 Megadeth songs was Andrew's first question. Okay. His second question is, what's your favorite chicken sauce? My favorite chicken sauce, Andrew, would be barbecue, because I just think it tastes really great with chicken or on chicken. And the last and final question from Andrew is going to be, what's your favorite Subway sandwich? My favorite Subway sandwich would be the meatball marinara. Just so amazing, man. I love that. So meatball marinara is my favorite Subway sandwich. So the next set of questions are going to be from Brighton Skinner. Question 1. What do you think of the Gorillaz so far? I think they're great. I mean, I don't know all their stuff, but what I heard from them so far, I've enjoyed it, so I think they're pretty good. Question 2. What's your favorite video game? Some of my favorite video games would be WWE 2K19, GTA 5, Mafia 2, among others. So, yeah. Thanks for the questions, Brighton Skinner. I truly appreciate it, bro. So these next 6 questions are going to be from Austin Hodder 46. Thank you for your questions, Austin Hodder. I appreciate it, bro. So his first question is my thoughts on Iggy Azalea. Actually, Austin, I actually used to like a few songs from her, but I don't like her music anymore because I just learned that she's a shitty rapper with repetitive songs and doesn't sing anything about anything but her vagina, which is just really crazy. So I hate when female rappers do that. So yeah, Iggy, I don't care about her music anymore because I grew up and matured and realized that she's garbage. So his second question is thoughts on Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah, man, I do not like Olivia Rodrigo at all. I think she sucks, doesn't deserve all the hype that she gets, and she's just overrated. So she doesn't deserve any of this hype and shit that she gets, because she's not even good at all, ripping off other artists like Taylor Swift and Paramore. So yeah, there's nothing good about her at all. So question 3. Thoughts on Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, and Cardi B. When it comes to Nicki Minaj, I like some of Nicki's old songs. Doja Cat is okay, but I'm not a fan of her. But she has the talent though, and Cardi B is trash. Question 4. My thoughts on Paramore. Paramore is definitely a great band and talented band. So yeah, I definitely like Paramore. They're definitely a great band and very talented. So thanks, Austin, for that question. Question 5. Thoughts on Olivia Rodrigo copying Paramore and Taylor Swift. I think that is ridiculous, and she needs to be more original with all of her music instead of copying others. So yeah, she needs to be more original with her stuff instead of wanting to copy other people's work. It's my problem with the music industry. Sometimes these artists rip off others and people still think they're so good even though they're unoriginal. It's bullshit, you know. But yeah, thanks, Austin, for that question. So Austin's final question is going to be my thoughts on Lunch Money Lewis the rapper. Actually, Austin, I'm not a fan of Lunch Money Lewis at all. I think he sucks, and his stage name is hilariously stupid. So yeah, his stage name is stupid as hell, man. Like, who calls herself Lunch Money Lewis? So stupid. And his music is even trash. I did hear him in, like, a pop country song and a Pitbull song, but he was even trashing those two songs. So yeah, Lunch Money Lewis, I don't care for him at all. But yeah, thank you, Austin, for that question as well, man. So that's going to wrap it up for Austin Halter 46's questions. So the next question is going to be from Horror and Metal Mastro Red Rusty 66, and he said, what's some of your favorite video games? I know I already answered that when Brighton Skinner asked me that, but I'll go ahead and answer it again. And this time I have a few more answers here. So, some of my favorite video games would be GTA 4, GTA 5, WWE 2K19, Sleeping Dogs, and Mafia 2. Okay, so the next 15 questions are going to be from Max Palmer. Thank you, Max Palmer. I appreciate it, man. So thank you, bro, for all your questions here that you asked. So his first question is, what are your top 10 Avril Lavigne songs? I love Avril Lavigne's music. She's one of my favorite female singers of all time. I've enjoyed her music since I was very young. But yeah, it's definitely hard to come up with the top 10 list for her. I mean, I've made 2 videos before for Avril Lavigne top 10 songs. I've done one on my original channel, Bud Langley 14, and then I've done a part 2 on my Dean Langley channel. But if I have to talk top 10, as in like without any videos, those would be I'm With You, When You're Gone, Wish You Were Here, Runaway, My Happy Ending, Push, Fall to Pieces, Don't Tell Me, What the Hell, and I Will Be. So Max, thanks for that question, man. I'm actually glad you asked that because Avril Lavigne is one of my favorite female singers of all time. Just a very talented singer. So, question 2 from Max Palmer. What is your favorite song of all time? Yeah, man, this is definitely a hard one, Max, but I appreciate the question, though. And I'm going to go with Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace because that's always been one of my favorite rock songs of all time. It just has a really strong message. Like, say you go through depression and just feel like nobody cares sometimes and just feel suicidal at times. It's definitely something you can relate to because I go through suicidal thoughts sometimes, but I'm never going to do anything like that. I just have that kind of thoughts at times when I get depressed and stuff. So yeah, I definitely can relate to Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace because it's about suicide basically, so I can definitely relate to it. Great song. Question 3. If you can only take 3 albums on an island with you, what would they be? So the first one would be the Black Album by Metallica. Under My Skin by Avril Lavigne would be the second one. And the third one would be Painkiller by Judas Priest. So yeah, those would be the 3 albums I take on an island with me. So very great question there, Max. Question 4 from Max is going to be, what is your favorite subgenre in metal/rock? Thrash metal and pop rock would be my favorite subgenres of metal and rock. If pop rock is a subgenre, which I believe it is. There's many pop rock bands out there like Nickelback, Daughtry, among others. So, yeah, pop rock, definitely a great genre for rock music. Okay, question 5. Who is someone you wish you could have seen live who is no longer with us? I'm going to go with Motorhead on that one, Max, because they're just a legendary band, and Lemmy himself seemed like a really cool guy. So, yeah, Motorhead is a band I wish I could have seen live when they were still around. So, yeah, Motorhead is my answer. Question 6. Who's your favorite nu metal band? Nu metal is actually a very great subgenre, but I'm going to go with the pioneers of nu metal, and that is Korn. So yeah, Korn would be my favorite nu metal band. Question 7. Who's your favorite grunge band? Grunge is really great. Definitely defined the 90s. when it came to the music industry, and for good reason though, because we had a lot of great bands. But yeah, my favorite grunge band though would probably be Soundgarden, so I'm gonna go with Soundgarden on that one. Question 8: if you started a band, who would influence your sound? I'm gonna go with either Metallica or Pantera on that, because they're two bands that pretty much got me into metal. So yeah, I'm going with Metallica or Pantera on that one. Question 9 is, who's your favorite football team? Well, to be honest, Max, I'm not really into football, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. So yeah, sorry about that, Max. Question 10: who is someone you idolized when you were younger? I'm going to go with Lady Gaga on this one, because she's just a singer that I would listen to a lot back in my preteen years, back around 2008 and 2009. Well, especially 2009, because her album The Fame, I would listen to a lot back then. I mean, I still listen to Lady Gaga every now and then, but I listened to her way more back in 2009. But yeah, I still appreciate and respect Lady Gaga though, because she's definitely left behind a great legacy within these last 13 years. So yeah, I'm going to go with Lady Gaga on this one. Question 11: who would you ever consider getting, would you ever consider getting into an artist that speaks and sings in another language? Actually, Max, that would be cool if I can get into a band or singer that sings and speaks in a different language. That would be cool and interesting. So yeah, there was one band that I heard a couple songs or so from before. They're called Rise of the North Star, I think, and they're a French band. So yeah, I definitely need to check out more songs from that band though, because they're really good so far from what I heard from them. Yeah, great question though there, Max. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Question 12: who is a singer or what band is a guilty pleasure? When it comes to a band, a guilty pleasure for me, I know this might get me a little bit of slack, but a guilty pleasure band for me is going to be the Deftones, because I can never get into the band like a full-time basis, but I still like some of their songs though. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Deftones on that one. Or Deftones, I meant, because they don't have the in their title. So yeah, with that question, I'm going to go with Deftones for the answer. Question 13: what made you start a YouTube channel? Actually, Max, very great question here. This one's actually pretty easy for me to answer. So when I was making random videos back around 2016 and 2017, I would just make random videos that was just really silly and stuff, but I ended up deleting that channel back in 2018 when I started making actual real content. So yeah, that's pretty much what made me want to start a YouTube channel. So yep, it's pretty cool. Question 14: my favorite season. I'm going to go with spring and summer on this one, Max, because I just really enjoy the warm weather. I don't like it when it's really, really steamy out here. But yeah, spring and summer are definitely my favorite seasons though, because I've never liked fall or winter, because they're just really, really cold, and you got to stay in the house a lot of the times because it'd be so cold outside. So yeah, my favorite seasons would be spring and summer on that one. And Max's last question is, what is your favorite sport to play for fun? Actually, Max, that's a really good question, man. But I actually don't play sports anymore. When I was younger, I'd probably play basketball with my friends, but I don't really do that anymore though. But it was pretty fun playing basketball back in the day. But yeah, these days though, Max, I don't really play sports anymore. But yeah, that was something I did like to play for fun though in my younger days, if I had to be quite honest here. So yeah, thank you, Max, for all your 15 questions. I appreciate it, bro. So the next question is going to be from Ariel Sky 2596, and she has 2 questions for me. Her first question is, what are your thoughts on the Monster Cat? Actually, Ariel, that's a very great question, but I've actually never heard of Monster Cat before, so I'd have to do a little research and see what it is. But yeah, I actually never heard of it before. A great question though, Ariel. I appreciate it. So Ariel's second question is going to be, do you like synth pop? I actually do like synth pop, Ariel Sky. I mean, I may not listen to it much as other pop subgenres like dance pop, stuff like that, but I still like synth pop though, and I definitely need to check out more of it. But what I've heard in synth pop so far, I've enjoyed. So yeah, I definitely like synth pop though. Great question there, Ariel. Appreciate it. So I believe the last question for this Q&A is going to be from Brandon Relcam. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it, man. And his question is, are there any doom metal bands that you like? Actually, yes, there is, Brandon. Thank you for the question, man. I truly appreciate it. I got two bands here. I'm going to go with Black Sabbath and Crowbar. I mean, I haven't heard much from Crowbar, but I think I did maybe hear a little bit of them before, and I've liked, so I definitely need to check out more of their stuff. And of course, Black Sabbath. I mean, I know Black Sabbath is more heavy metal, but I've heard some people say they're doom metal as well, so I had to throw them in there. So yeah, thank you, Brandon, for your question, man. So let's turn my notebook here to make sure I got all these questions asked before I end up wrapping this up. So I did answer all of Andrew Mavidat's questions, Brenton Skinner's 2 questions, Austin Halter's 6 questions, Max's 15 questions, Ariel Sky's 2 questions, and Brandon Relcam's 1 question. So yeah, guys, it looks like I'm done here for this Q&A. Once again, y'all, thank you for the questions. I truly appreciate it. This is definitely an honor that I finally got to do this. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for more content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for the love of music, rants, and other cool stuff. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.